Okay. Hopefully that worked. Hopefully that worked. Hopefully we are now actually live. Siegfried, welcome in. Yeah, everything's gone to poop. It's all right. We'll figure it out. We will figure it out, as we do. Physicist, welcome in. What the actual crap is happening here? Who knows? Who knows what's happening? Stream manager. There we go. Okay. I think we have it under control now. I hope. I hope that everything is now functional. Transition. There we go. Jordan, welcome in. Sig, welcome in. First again, don't think I caught the community poll. Can I make a suggestion here? Yeah, you can. You're very welcome to. Yeah, the community poll got suppressed real hard because I put a link to the Patreon in it. So nobody saw it. And on Wednesday we had like 4 suggestions. So you're very welcome to suggest things now if you'd like. I was going to work on some game stuff, but we can do viewer suggestions too. That's fine. I don't know how long I'll be on here. It might only be, an hour or so. I think there's one we missed. What did we miss? No, I think we got them all. I think we did actually draw all of them on Wednesday. Hope everybody's having a good day. I lost the Twitch chat somehow, which is probably fine, because the Twitch chat has not been doing well lately. I have had to mute the Twitch stream because they keep copywriting me, so we will stop doing that. We'll hope for the best. Looter, shooter, bard, male, loot with a crossbow built into the neck. That's cool. I like that. We can do that. Doop, doop, doop. Okay, let's draw some rugbies. Let's get warmed up. I might do some. Welcome in again. I might do some quick sketches too, because I'm finally to a point in the video game design process where I can actually start designing assets. So now I need elemental versions of my characters, so I can start building them, which will be really fun. I'm excited to move into that chunk. So we might do some base sketches for that today. I posted a picture of that in the Discord, so if you want to check that out, that'd be awesome. I've not yet posted. No one's come to me and said, "Hey, I want to play the game." So I haven't sent out any of the little like pre-alpha builds so people can just see what's going on. But that's in the cards. Kobold's big sword, you got it. Historical example of bards probably only having daggers or walking sticks for weapons. Yeah, I mean, you can hit somebody with the loot, right? Where do I send the request to play the game? Yeah, you can just tell me in Discord, and I'll send you. Just message me, and I'll send you one of the downloads for it. Pretty sure mine got removed either by you or by YouTube. Oh no. What was it? think I drew all of them. Or real loot's too fragile to use as melee weapons. I mean, maybe, especially like consecutively, you know. Some of them are pretty robust because they're made out of wood, but they'd probably break. Tiny-eared rugby. Oh, that's a weird one. He looks very strange with tiny ears. Yeah, I didn't see that one, so I'm guessing YouTube removed it. Or you posted it after the fact. What's up, kid? What was the first post? Was empty when I posted? Weird. Yeah. Did not see that one. Yeah, I'm looking at the new one right now, and it's not there. I don't know what that is about. Yeah, it's a sketching channel, so I mean, Druid draws real eloquent things, and he takes a while. I draw very quick things. With very little detail. I have to figure out how to do animated sprites in Unity. I can make animations on things, for sure. But when I'm swapping out the sprites, I don't know what that's going to do to the animation. So I guess we'll have to wait and see. So we will do that. We'll do this. Whoops. 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 Wrong button. Yeah, Sig, I don't know where you posted that. I don't know where you posted that. I would ask that you... Oh, nice. One special image weightlifting. That's awesome. Congratulations. Olympic lifting is terrifying to me. It's just too much weight. He's doing fine. He's got a babysitter today, so we get to draw for a little bit. Should be good. I think we're just gonna start. We're gonna draw this the Looter Shooter Bard. You didn't give me a race. You just said male. Male Bard. Is it human? An undead Kenku? Human, okay. I want to give him a big old neck poof. For some reason, I don't know why. Then again, if his loot is a crossbow. Do loots have to be a certain size that makes them a loot? Or is the loot the construction? Like the way they're built? Is a loot a guitar? And are all guitars loots? That is the question. The party is disappointed in me. I gave my Rat Folk a German accent. Yeah, I mean, it sounds kind of like a Trolley character. What makes him a kobold pistolero? Is he a gunfighter? Is that what the pistolero is? Gunfighter that specializes in pistols? Guitars are the same family as loots. Guitars are flat and loots are round. Okay. I feel like I've accidentally made this bard a jester, which maybe is not what I want. I might have to go a different direction with this. I want to channel some crit bit, because crit bit is amazing. Has some weird poses, does some really cool bards. He ain't got no teeth. He ain't got no teeth. There we go. Give him a big old. Ooh, should we give him a big old pompadour? That seems right for some reason. I think my Final Fantasy is bleeding into this one. That's one tiny crossbow. I just hit your door with a bow to cover his face. I trust you. Yeah, like I'm thinking about like if you have a loot, right? If you have a loot. Sorry, there's no music today. When I'm on Twitch, the music breaks, so I have no music today. So it's just me. If you have a crossbow and you want it to be a loot and you want it in the neck, the question is, do you want it to be a bow where you're like pulling the strings? Because like that's a thing. You could do a guitar bow. Or is it a crossbow this way, where the loot becomes the body and the neck becomes where you draw it back? Or do you make it a spear gun, where there's just like pins right here next to the tuners, and then you put the crossbow bolt here, and it goes like this. That's kind of what I was thinking. So like shorten the head down, essentially turn it into a big spear gun. But if you want it the other way, we can do it the other way. Hand crossbows aren't big. You know, they shoot a small bolt. So essentially it's a... Bri, thank you. Hello! 60 months members. Wow, I've been doing this for a while, haven't I? Shoot dang. Bri, welcome in. I feel like I've accidentally created Rockadoodle, but as a person. I believe you're doing the right thing. Well, thank you for faith. Thank you for having the faith. Welcome in, Bri. Hope you're having a good day. It does look like he's got a banjo a little bit, so maybe we'll change this loot up. Yeah, we went way too clowny here. I think we're gonna go. I do like the collar, so we're gonna keep that. We're gonna go a little bit Elvis and a little bit over the top. As long as the idea of ranged weapon comes across. Yeah. Which maybe we do it a little different. We're starting over. We don't have that many suggestions today, so we have time to start over. Maybe he needs a mustache. We're getting all kinds of weird today. Could just give him a big old beard. Bards with beards are funny. I like bards with beards. Beard and a pompadour. This one has gotten so far off the rails. Bottom of your shoe broke? I'm sorry to hear that. Everything with a beard is better. No suggestions? Yeah, the prompt this week got squashed. Nobody saw it. It was weird. I do think I'm going to keep the sideburns. We're going to give him some big old sideburns. I like the swirly pompadour. You suggest a Skittermander? I need more. What's more than Skittermander? Skittermander Wizard? Skittermander Witch? Sorcerer? Something like that. Now he looks like a sad southern boy. Goth Skittermander skateboarder. It's not a D&D character, but it's close enough. I'll put it on the list. Did I just make a K-pop bard? K-pop kids wouldn't have sideburns, would they? I don't think they would. You D&D shaming? I guess so. I guess that could be a D&D character. Do you know how D&D medieval peasant would usually have to just 1 or 2 knives? Those knives would have to do everything. Yeah, yeah. Universal tools, right? Oof. You okay? What's up? Oh no. I want to draw this loot well, right? Like, ooh, I like that. I like that. Okay. I like that curve. That's a good curve. Yeah, there we go. Give it a little bit of like a recurve here, just for some flair. Oh, thank you for the gift membership. I appreciate that. Serious monkey, huh? I wonder how YouTube decides who to give the things to. Do you get to choose? Or is it completely random? Random. Interesting. Interesting. It looks like the crossbow's falling off. So we're going to change that. There we go. That's better. That's better. Try to make it look, give it a little more thickness. There we go. And then we'll put an arrow right here. Da 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 da. Little bolt. Get a little fretboard. Would you want a crossbow loot to have a strap? Seems like maybe the strap wouldn't be so useful. Anybody have any fun plans for the weekend? Apparently there's some bad storms over Kentucky, so hope everybody's doing all right over there. I think this is much better than the first rendition, so I'm glad we started over. Glad we started over. What if we have more arrows just like strapped down here on the side? More bolts, I guess. Do bolts have fletchings? I can't remember. I think they do. I think they have fletchings. Spend it with friends? Nice. Banjo, a banjo. Tomorrow's goal is relaxing day at work. Nice. All project day, no issues. That would be good. It would be nice to have a calm day at work once in a while. We're going to put the tuner down here. I think that'll make the most sense, out of the way of the arrow. May not even have to threaten anybody. Yeah. Should we give him some David Bowie makeup here? I feel like this is, what if D&D had glam rock? This would be where we'd headed. So I hope that's good. I think we're gonna stop there. I'm gonna move on to the next one. We'll give him some little stars here. Still only allowed to transfer files. Nice. I used to have days like that at the university where I would just be rendering something. And it's like, well, I'm stuck at the computer for 8 hours, but I can't do anything with the computer because I just have to render it. Which was never fun because you just had to babysit it. Because if it crashed, you'd have to stop it and start it over again. Okay. I think we're done with that one. I realize now Corvus is not here, so I need to turn that off. Where is that? Oh, yeah, we are doing the commission sale, by the way, this month. So if you guys need a commission done or you're looking to get some work done, check out the Discord. We go from there. All right. It's a tiny list. Here we go. I rolled a 1. The Hexbed Kobold wielding a giant greatsword. We could go real silly with this one. And have this be like a... Oh, what's that game called? Shoot. It's a platformer, roguelike, where you try to stick your sword in a dragon. Which does not clarify anything. Should the sword get wider to make it look even bigger? Slay the dragon. Is it just slay the dragon? Or should we give him like a legitimate one? I kind of want to just do over the shoulder. I like the over the shoulder pose for great swords, and when they're real big, they're even funnier. Whoops. Wrong layer. Wrong layer. I haven't done a long-nosed kobold in a little while, so we might do that. Which way should the horns go here? I've drawn so many chunky kobolds. Forward. make him look like one of those weird. Well, it makes him look like a bokoblin from Legend of Zelda. Looks like a Triceratops, yeah. Okay, now we got a weird tangent with the sword, so we're going to move the sword. Ah, the processes of drawing. What kind of character was this? Hexblade. Okay, so he's not going to have a whole bunch of bulky armor. Tiny little dog rat lizards. Could deal with the pizza. Could have the pizza delivery and full sheet cake and just take it into the office and refuse to share. In a full suit? Why would you wear the suit? Sorry, this is only for the executives. Get out. Got freaking guts over here with this giant sword. Who's the guy from Soul Calibur? Nightmare? Was Nightmare the sword or the guy? No, the sword was the Soul Calibur, right? Or was it Soul's Edge? That game didn't make a lot of sense. Maybe I just didn't pay attention enough. I don't know. Name tag. If they aren't requiring you to wear a name tag or a suit, I think you're good. Just do whatever you want. No one's checking. Probably make this look more like it's made out of rock than metal. Which that could be funny. If it was like just a big old stone sword. Should we slap some runes on this puppy? Give him a big old belt. He's a warlock, so I feel like we need some tattoos or something. But he's a kobold, which negates the want for clothes. So maybe we do just go full tattoos versus like a jacket. Okay, hear me out. Tattoo sleeves. Just down to the elbow. Only the sleeves. Tattoo of a dragon and a heart. Skull belt. So everybody needs a skull belt. Give him a little kobold tail. He's a warlock, so he's got to look weird, so we give him the glowy eyes. Maybe the end of his horns, too. Let's give him some little glowy accents. Is this your suggestion, Physicist? Or is this someone else's suggestion? I don't remember. It was yours? Okay. I'll just get rid of the tail. No tail. Actually not very happy with how that hand turned out. Fortunately, I made the sword a little too long, so we gotta shorten it a little bit. But I feel like if you wore a suit to work tomorrow, everyone would think you were quitting. Take a full ceramic tableware set and some. So you're just gonna throw a dinner party for not your employees? Is that the plan? Make it look like you're waiting for a date. That seems like a very expensive joke. I could see the cake. Cake seems like a good idea. Have a cake delivered with somebody's name on it, and they just be like, oh, that's mine. And then walk away and no one gets cake. That would be rough. Pizza would be rough too, though, because you'd smell it through the whole office, right? Yeah. People might think you were trying to quit. I'm out. We're gonna try something. We're gonna try something we haven't done on this in Aggie. Alright, I think we're done with that bad boy. Maybe he needs a little more shading in here. A little bit of scale, texture, just to get it in there. I think we're done. I think we're done. Put him over here. A Skidamander Surfer. Is that a Sky Surfer? What time is it? What are we doing? 1 o'clock? Skidamanders are super weird because they're essentially like big old caterpillars. Big old space caterpillars. Oh, I'm supposed to make this guy goth though, right? So he probably wouldn't be smiling. I think they have 4 nostrils, if I remember right. BMMG, welcome in. Big fan. You're the reason I'm revisiting all my lycanthropy notes. What would you say if your favorite edition of D&D Pathfinder is for playing? As a player, that's a good question. Pathfinder 1 will always have a very good soft spot in my heart. I played that the most, I think. Yeah, it was probably my favorite. 2e is great. It's great to play. It's fun. I really like it. 5e is pretty smooth. 5e DMing 5e is fun, but I don't enjoy playing it as much anymore. So yeah, I'd say probably right now I'm playing a lot of Pathfinder 2. 5e is super easy to DM, but not terribly fun to play in my mind anymore. A little too simple. It's fun if you're okay to homebrew stuff. You can make 5e work really well. I've butchered 5e and what works well for me now is DMing. Pathfinder 2 and Starfinder both are really fun. Yeah. I think Pathfinder builds more dynamic and unique characters. They give you a lot more of like stat feats and stuff, so the characters feel a little more fleshed out. Whereas 5e really feels like there's only a handful of builds, and you're really usually only good at one thing. It's hard to be good at a lot of things in 5e. What would make... I just now looked at this picture. What kind of guns do these things have? What are these? Like rings that shoot lasers? Part of me wants to give him like the Jinko jeans. I'm just gonna give him a mesh shirt. I don't know what else to do. Give him a skateboard over here. Two-handed weapons? Maybe. That looks better. Yeah. Okay, lots of bracelet jewelry, as you do. I want to give them like lots of eyeliner, but they have giant eyeballs. I don't know if I need more eyeliner. I am going to give him just a big mesh shirt. Who knows how that would work with all the fur, but I think it's funny, so we're going to do it. I wish more tabletop RPGs used a system similar to Vampire the Masquerade. The setting is super edgy, but the building character stats wise was also helps you flavor your character significantly. Yeah, the Vampire the Masquerade is really interesting. It's a really cool kind of separate thing from most tabletop RPGs, which I really dig. There's a lot of fun other ways you can do it too. Like the Sagas guys built something really cool. I really like what they did, which is a system agnostic game where you basically just have rules for like my character will have a ranged attack, and then you just make up everything else for the setting. So you can use any setting you want, and those can be really fun. They're really good for one shots. I think it's nice to have a lot of kind of defined things when you want to do a long-term game, so that as things come up, you already have rule sets. You don't have to kind of make it up on the fly, you know. But I definitely like having it both ways. You guys doing all right?
Yeah.
Okay. He's got to have a big old wallet chain. If he's a goth kid, he's got to have black fur. It's just like required. That or pink fur, and then he's just, you know, a goth because he's mad. He's pink. Is there a term for that? I think there is. I know some goth kids that wear like super bright pink. Okay. I think the last one we got on the list today is the what was it, Pistolero? We'll do that. You know, I think I already drew a I'm gonna be honest, we got some weird ones today. There we go. I'm probably gonna do this one pretty quick. I think I'm about done for the day here. Sorry, it was a short stream. Didn't think I was gonna get to stream today, but we did, so that's good. So I'm glad we got to do some sketches here. Got to hang out a little bit. Skater Manager Skateboard. Yeah, thank you for the suggestion. Thank you for the viewer suggestions or the viewer memberships. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. If you want to order a pizza to here instead of your office tomorrow, feel free. But please don't, because my heart will explode. So. Wow, those eyebrows made him look really grumpy very fast. His real fur is pink. Yeah, there you go. Rent a cotton candy machine. Just have a whole carnival with don't let anybody participate. As soon as you guys are done with your work today, there will be a clown. I don't think they're that expensive. I think you can buy them for like $30. I mean, they're the cheap ones, but they work. They just don't produce, you know, festival-sized amounts of cotton candy. But I think they work just fine for home use, you know. I'm honestly surprised you didn't have a cotton candy machine. Just gonna throw that out there. Surprised, not disappointed, but surprised. So I used one at Goodwill with a huge one. Oh, nice. I don't know what it is, but like the thrift stores around here aren't good. I don't know if it's just because like people pick them clean, or maybe I'm just going to the wrong ones. But I haven't been to a good like thrift store or like farmer's market where people just sell stuff like that in a long time. Flea market, not a farmer's market. Different thing. Swap meet, gun show. I haven't been to any of those in a long time either. I gotta get back out there. Candy bar buffet table. I still don't fully understand this prank. Someone's gonna steal a piece of pizza and then you just have to give it to everybody. Or kill that person, you know? All those who go to the candy bar choose death. We'll give him a little vest. That seems about right. He's got to have a little cowboy hat. Just a little tiny one. The door has a window and a deadbolt. I can deadbolt the door and they won't be able to enter. You could, just for fun, like have somebody deliver boxes that say they're these things. Just the whole day. Just like, oh hey, we've got a cotton candy machine to deliver. And then they put it in there and no, they don't get to see it. And then they leave and then they come back later and they're like, oh, someone ordered a clown. Just have a whole party in the back. But like you don't actually have to have the party because they just need to know that they're not invited. That seems mean. That seems mean to me. I'm not sure why we're doing this again. That's one grumpy little kobold. It's been fun. You gotta go. Yeah, no problem. No problem. I think I'm about to call it here. Like I said, thanks for hanging out today, everybody. Sorry, it was a kind of a weird secret, quick stream. We'll be back around next week. I will post another viewer community post asking for suggestions on Monday. If you don't see it on Monday, message me. Maybe I forgot, but I'm going to try to put it up on Monday like normal. Wait, did I just define evil, a huge party enough for everyone, and then refusing to let them share? I mean, yeah, I think so. I think that's it. I think we did it. All the corporate overlords hoarding all the wealth. That sounds like the definition of evil, if I ever did hear one. I would think so. Bri. Got to be careful. Someone might think you're an oligarch and decide to eat the rich. But I do think that's where we're going to call it. Thanks again, everybody, for hanging out today. I don't have much else. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Hope everybody has a good time. We'll be back, like I said, on Monday. I'll post the new thing. I'll probably be working on the game next week mostly. So I might have a couple little short streams or streams in the Discord where I'm just working on little sketches and stuff. The commission sale is going on right now, so check out the Discord. The prices are lowered. I think I'm doing like 60% off currently for commissions. I think that's about it. Just because I want to get a bunch out this month and then get working on stuff next month with the game. But other than that, that's all I have. So thanks again. Stay happy, stay healthy, keep your dust on the table, and we'll catch everybody next time. Bye, everyone.